y'all. So I have something really exciting to share. I had an incredible dream last night. I've spoken before about how the Lord speaks to me a lot through dreams, and last night I had a dream that literally I just was like weeping in my prayer closet this morning, because it's like God gave me a glimpse of what's coming. And I just want to share that today. It's not really related to this study. However, I do feel like that there's a reason that you're even hearing this. There's a reason that you're in this group. There's a reason that you're on this quest, because it's like where we are going, God is like, He's drawing us closer and closer to His heart in these times. And we're just going to see like just intimacy with Him spread, revelation from Him spread, and so it's like, I don't know, I'm just excited to share this with you today. So last night I dreamed that I was in a stadium, like a football stadium, and I was in Pennsylvania. I've never been to Pennsylvania in my life. I've never think about Pennsylvania or talk about Pennsylvania, so it's just really kind of crazy that that's where I was. I was in this massive football stadium, like Penn State or something like that. Like, it was just huge, and there it was completely full of university students. Like you couldn't fit another person in there. I was so high up that like I couldn't even see the field. Like, it was so far away. Like, that's how big this stadium was, and that's how many people were there. And it was full of sororities and fraternities. They were kind of grouped and sitting by by different, like all the same sororities were together and fraternities were together. And it's like I feel like God was doing that to show me like that this is all college students. This is all university students. But what was incredible about it is they weren't there for sports. They were there for God. God was showing me a coming revival that we're going to see where stadiums will be filled. Football stadiums, like how you see for like the Super Bowl, and how you see like, if you think about just this last game that the Saints had, just the people there. Like, we are going to see people like that, just hungry for God, coming and filling stadiums by the millions. And it's gonna be like the youth, the teens, the college age. Like, it's gonna be just a revival of millions. And God showed me that. He's spoken to me before where I saw revival written over the United States, but it's like in that dream I was literally there. And what was so cool is like the culture there. Like, as I walked throughout the place, it's like the culture felt like it did. Like, whenever I went to Bethel in California, I went there in October. It's a completely different atmosphere there. It's, God bless you, baby. God bless you, baby. It's like, it's just overflowing with the prophetic. And that's how it was. Yeah, you are. That's how it was there. Like, I just remember using the bathroom at one point in the dream and like just prophesying over this woman. Like, it was just like the Lord was speaking to me His heart for her. And it's like, that's how this whole environment and atmosphere was. It was like everybody was like revealing the heart of God, and it was just so cool. And so one really neat part of the dream was I at one point was talking to Kris Vallotton, which, if you've never heard of him, he's one of the he leads the prophetic ministry at Bethel. And he was in my dream last night, and I was literally talking to him, and I was telling him about how I'm starting children's ministry, and he was telling me like the most important thing that you need is confidence. And this morning I looked up the word confidence just to get the definition of it, and it's so cool. Like, if you just look up the definition of it, it's just having trust and faith and just like just so many of the synonyms for the word confidence is like just belief. That was one of them. It's like we have to just have so much confidence in him, and confidence in what he's going to do, and just believe him for big things. And so anyway, he was talking to me about confidence in my dream. But one of the coolest parts was he had a book in his hand in my dream. Kris Vallotton did. And it had a date on it. It had, I saw the date 2012 on it, and it was something he had written. And I didn't really know what it was. So anyway, when I woke up this morning, I started looking up some of his books, and I really felt like the Lord leading me to a couple of different ones written around that time frame. But I just had this thought to look up on YouTube, just Kris Vallotton 2012. Like, I just Googled that, I YouTube searched that, because that was in my dream. Like, he was just there, he had a book that he wrote, and he was talking to me, and it had 2012 on it. So when I did a YouTube search this morning in my prayer closet, the first thing that came up was a video that he posted in February 2012 where he was explaining a prophetic vision that he had. And so just like out of curiosity, I just clicked on it. Like, I had no clue what it would be about. So anyway, in this video that I watched this morning, he literally talks about Pennsylvania. Like, I literally had to turn my phone off, and I just busted out into tears, because he said that in this vision that he had, he said Pennsylvania was highlighted, and that there was going to be a breakthrough coming from there. And so it's like, I knew exactly, like, God led me to this for a reason. Like, that dream was from God. This is going to happen. Like, we need to be praying for this revival that's coming, because revival is coming to America. Like, I have seen the stadiums. I've seen the stadiums filled. This morning, I was just praying for those stadiums to be filled for His glory, and just just praying for the harvest that's coming in, because it's going to be the youth. It's going to be the young ones. And it's like, it was just incredible. Like, just thinking about that stadium literally just overwhelms me. Like, just, if you just Google Pennsylvania Stadium and just look at images, and you'll see just these stadiums just completely full of people. That is what's coming to America. Like, we will see that in America. People coming just by the droves, hungry for God and for what God is releasing. And so it's so exciting. This morning I was specifically praying for Pennsylvania, because I feel like whatever's coming, like that's a breakthrough point. Like that's a place where we're gonna see it happen. And I just thought, like, how incredible is God? Like, honestly, I could never dream this stuff up, but like, when I just came across that video this morning, and he didn't mention any other state. The only state, no other city. The only city he mentioned, state he mentioned was Pennsylvania. And, I just couldn't believe it, because I'm like, it was such a confirmation. Like, what are the odds of that? And then also in that video, Kris Vallotton was talking specifically about Iran and North Korea, and it just reminded me of the dream I had recently of Iran. And it's like, there's specific places that we need to be praying about. We need to be praying for revival to come in Pennsylvania. We need to be praying just for those stadiums to be filled. It's like, God showed me, this is what His heart is. This is what He's wanting. And it's like up to us to partner with Him in prayer to see that happen, and believe Him, and have confidence in Him, and to have confidence in ourselves. But not just ourselves, but have confidence in Him who lives in us. So it's like, whatever, like, he's stirring up in you, like on this quest that you're on, whatever he starts, like, you know, leading you and directing you into, like, have confidence. Like, don't, the enemy is going to come against your, confidence, like you can't do this. And he's going to try to just minimize, like, our capabilities and what we think we're capable of. But it's like, I just feel like through that dream, God was speaking, like, have confidence. Have confidence in who you are in me. And realize that with him, nothing is impossible. And so it's just so exciting, like, to see what's coming. And one thing that in that video that I saw this morning on YouTube from that vision that Kris Vallotton shared, he was talking about how the political climate is not going to affect revival. Like we look at politics right now, and you might think, like, because of the way that the political system is right now, that doesn't have anything to do with what God is doing as far as the revival that's coming. And I just encourage you to listen to that video. I'm going to share it because it's just so cool. And I feel like it's just a word for now. What, baby? You are a big boy. But anyway, I just wanted to share that today. So just be in prayer. Be in prayer for this revival that's coming. For God to just have his way with the United States. Y'all have a good day.